Hi. Does anyone remember VR? Facebook changed their entire name to Meta in order to push the world of the metaverse. There would be games, there would be social experiences, there would be new possibilities. Mark Zuckerberg would know all of your personal information and everything that you do on a day-to-day basis. It would be a fantastic thing. Thousands of game devs took the bait and worked tirelessly on some of the worst video games man has ever seen in an attempt to make the game of the future. But they were betrayed. They had made a full 4 good video games, and yet Mark pulled the plug on the metaverse and left these games to rot as he moved on to a different future. So today we're going dumpster diving. I have gathered one VR game from each of the 5 major categories and one monstrosity that sits in a category of its own in an attempt to find the worst of the worst VR games. I am the first person to make this kind of video. Let's start with probably the most popular category of VR games, simulation games. And of all of the ones out there, the one that looked the most interesting to me was called Streetball VR. If we take a look at the Steam page, we can see that we can experience the pleasure of basketball when you step into the street one-on-one with the top finest in basketball. The first feature of this game is that it has 3 maps, which is pretty cool. The second feature that is listed in the Steam trailer is that you can pick from 4 different colored basketballs. Call me crazy, I don't know if a color picker is really something you put in like your top 4 features of a game. Little bit worried off bat, but I'm sure it's a really good color picker. They were so confident in this feature, not only did they put it in the trailer, but they also put it in the description for the main features of the game. The rest of the trailer is just some guy throwing a basketball in random locations, so a little concerning, but as someone who's 5'1" and a quarter, I am very excited to live out my NBA dreams of stepping onto the court one-on-one with the top finest in basketball. The game spawned me onto a very ugly basketball court with some spectators in the stands cheering me on, and I quickly realized how awkward the basketball felt to use. Dribbling or shooting the ball was basically impossible. I seemingly had the strength of both a toddler and 100 men at the same time, because every time I threw the ball, it would absolutely launch across the court or barely move. This made using the backboard pretty much impossible. The ball would just completely ricochet off. Just making one basket was extremely difficult. The ball has like so little forward momentum and so much upwards momentum. This is extraordinarily difficult. This is so much harder than real life. Oh, I made one! I kind of looked like I just went through the basket. I have an idea. Man, why don't they do this in the NBA? I'm really good at basketball. Is there anyone to play against? I feel like I've pretty much mastered the sport. I messed around on the map a little more, but it was pretty clear there weren't going to be any opponents here for me to prove myself against, so I switched the maps in hopes of finding someone who would play basketball with me. Oh, I'm at someone's house. Perhaps I can conduct an armed robbery of sorts? Hello? Hello? Oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, am I in heaven maybe? Perhaps I was so good at basketball, I maybe got taken to the kingdom of our Lord early. Oh, I'm out, I'm free. Okay, I think that's enough of this game. Unfortunately, it seems the Steam page just lied about being able to beat the world's top finest in basketball because there was no one to play against. No bots, no online, nothing. Streetball VR ended up being incredibly disappointing, but throwing around the ball was kind of fun, so I'll give it like a 3 out of 10. The goal today is to find a true 0 out of 10 experience, so maybe our next game will have better luck. We're gonna move on to the next category now, exploration games. And for exploration games, we have a game called Yore VR. Seems like hypothetically, VR should be the ideal environment to get immersed and explore a brand new world. According to the very concerned Steam reviews, that's not really what's gonna happen, but let's give Yore a fair shake and check out its Steam page. If we take a look at the Steam page, we can see that the reviews are not looking fantastic. More concerningly, in the Steam page, it says to be ready for a few issues. They put that in their own Steam page. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean, but let's take a look at the features. And the features are looking better than Streetballs, I'll be honest. We got things like multiple movement types, we got archery ranges, we got deer hunting of response AI, we got potential multiplayer or dungeons in the future. I'm sure they followed up on that. Now, one thing to note, no color picker as a main feature, so I'm a little skeptical. I mean, Street Ball VR worked out pretty good, but let's give the game a chance and see what Yore VR is all about. Yore VR started me off in this little tavern area. It was very awkward to move around in, and after more time than I would like to admit, I found my way out of the tavern and started wandering around the most desolate forest environment I have ever seen. I spent a while wandering around a completely empty forest, and there was genuinely nothing to do. I guess I hit a tree with an axe a couple times, but that's about as far as it went. I could not figure out what to do with the wood. I did find a stationary fox. I did everything I could to pet that fox with my gnarled fingertips, but alas, no luck. So my journey continued. I was getting worried this game would be a total bust. Finding a stationary fox was hardly something I would call interesting. I know the whole point of this video is to find terrible games, but I want them to be at least kinda fun bad, you know? I was beginning to lose hope, but then something crazy happened. Come on, I know there's a secret back there. You can't hide it from me. Secret. Secret? It's not letting me go. Oh, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, that was not the secret I was expecting. What the? Okay. I guess there's some stuff underground. We can go take a look at that. I didn't actually know how to get to the underground stuff, and I wasn't sure I could even access it, or if I'd have to walk around in purgatory for like an hour to find it, but luckily it was actually really easy to find. It was just right next to the waterfall. Oh, that was closer than I expected. Is there a bagul in here? Is there a monster that will eat my bones? My bones are so tasty, would you like them? This underground area was pretty much just as desolate as the surface above. I thought at the very least I'd find some cool loot, or maybe a damsel to rescue or something, but it was just more caverns filled with scorpions that murdered me the second they noticed me. This is just a grow den. That's it? Well, you guys enjoy your drugs. I'm gonna see if anyone wants my bones. Oh, you're gonna want my bones. Hey! Hiya! 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 I'm killing you! Nope, I'm dead. Back to square one. So, I returned to the forest from which I came for a little bit. A bear! Oh, bear, I have tasty bones for you. Or perhaps you are the one with tasty bones for me. Watch this. Sneak attack! Sneak attack! Sneak attack on the bear! Oh my god! Oh, that should have killed me instantly. Okay, it did kill me instantly. Oh yeah! Wait, did it? Okay, yeah, it did. Alright, I think that's enough Yore VR. It was interesting. Despite how much bigger of a game it was than Street Ball VR, I don't really feel like I enjoyed it any more or less. For as bad as Street Ball was, the ball was kind of fun. I could throw it, and I liked that part. I couldn't throw anything in Yore. So for me, I'm being dead ass, it sits comfortably at a 3 out of 10 right next to Street Ball. These last two games have been all about honing my physical skills with exploring and playing Street Ball, so it's time to hone my mental skills with our puzzle category game, Escape Room VR. As you hopefully guessed from the name, Escape Room VR is an escape room kind of game. You did figure that out, right? I didn't have to spell that out for you? Okay, good. I'm just making sure. You're just inconsistent sometimes. Don't worry about it. Unlike the previous two games, this Steam page is sparsely decorated. If we then scroll down to the description, it says we can solve the mysteries and uncover the hidden truth. So I am excited to solve the mysteries and uncover the hidden truth in Escape Room VR. The first thing I noticed in this game was easily the hands. The hands were not right. They may look normal on camera, but they were in the wrong place. Human brains have this fun little trick where they know where their hands are even when they can't see them, so having this game trying to gaslight me into thinking they were somewhere else the entire time was very jarring, but I could still progress. Apparently, this game's idea of a puzzle is touching an orb that takes you to a little game of some kind. Throw stones and hit them made of wood. I should have been playing. There's no stone here. Is there an alternative? Brother, yeah, I think there's an alternative. Oh yeah. Well, this is neat. Not really seeing how this is a puzzle, but you know, it's kind of cool. Mission accomplished. We did it, America. Once you beat the game, you get a number. Being the genius that I am, I realized that the number probably goes on the screen behind me, correlating with the color of the ball I touched. But nothing happened. So I went into the next orb liminal space, and it had an actual puzzle in it. And what are the green and red dots on the wall? Why is there nothing in the middle? Green, red, yellow. Green, red, nothing. If this is the answer, I'm gonna fucking freak out. I'm gonna freak out if this is the answer. This escape room is for the stupidest person on the planet. Sorry, did I say puzzle? I meant look at a piece of paper, then find the second piece of paper that looks the same, minus one color, and make it look the same by putting a yellow ball with broken physics in it, which opens up a safe and you win. I really do mean win, by the way. After I put in the second number, the game just took me to heaven and that was it. I could have ended there, but I was so intrigued by the note that I just had to figure out the lore and get the true ending. The true ending was bad. I learned that my character is actually an immortal guy, and every time I solve the puzzle, I am actually opening death gas into the room and getting myself killed, and I kind of go back in time like ReZero, I think. That's all I got. So I beat the game, and this game was really bad. Like, really bad. The physics didn't work, the puzzles were super uninteresting, my hands were in the wrong spot. The game kind of functioned. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a solid 1 out of 10, which of course means we can still go lower. So for those reasons, we're moving on to our fourth category, combat games. And for that, we're playing Goblin Rush. I'm going to be real, we're skipping the Steam page for this. Goblin Rush was not good. It started me out on like a menu where I could select a level, and when I did, I spawned into a little dungeon. Inside the dungeon, I had a sword and a crossbow, and I had to kill the goblins to win. The problem was that the goblins didn't move or even notice me until I got super close to them. And when they did, I think my character had a full-blown panic attack because the heartbeat sound was so loud I couldn't hear anything else. Pretty much the entire gameplay was just me walking around until I found a goblin or other creature, standing outside of its aggro radius and then shooting it with a bow and arrow. They would just stand there and not react to being shot until they die. And if I did try to go in close with the sword, they would kill me almost immediately. I honestly felt kind of bad. I was just walking into the home of these blind, deaf goblins and killing them for no reason. When they died, their entire body would fall apart like they were made of cheap plastic. I was hoping as the levels went on, there'd be some more interesting gameplay, but there was just more of the exact same thing over and over. The only thing that changed is there was one more blind enemy introduced, which functioned exactly the same as the goblin. I think I'm gonna have to give Goblin Rush maybe a weak 2 out of 10 because I kind of liked when the gobbies exploded, but man, there was not a whole lot to say about that one, so we're moving on to a much better category. Category 5, social games. Now, one problem, all of the terrible social games are abandoned, so I don't think there would be very much fun in just walking around an empty environment with nothing to see. So we're going to be playing something that simulates a social environment, but there aren't any other people there. For that, we're playing Disco Time 80s VR. Oh yeah, it's time to dance. Boogie down. Boogie down now, y'all. I killed a man and buried him in my backyard. Disco Time 80s VR actually had some effort put into the Steam page. This one is easily the most put together of the ones we've looked at so far. It actually has a trailer that it looks like someone conscious made. We got people dancing, we got some bowling. It actually kind of looks cool. We can apparently ask a dancer for a dance. Might be a different kind of club than I'm expecting, but I'm curious to see what that looks like. I'm guessing it's a translation error and I'm not about to play a porn game, but if I am, that'll be kind of an interesting twist, don't you think? So, let's give this a try and see what Disco Time 80s VR is all about. Turns out Disco Time 80s VR was actually a great palate cleanser before the final game for me. Immediately, it was a lot nicer to be in than pretty much anything else on the list so far, which is bad because this video is about finding the worst VR game, but good because I actually had a little bit of fun with this one. On top of bowling, there was an arcade machine with a very easy game, a dartboard, a pool table, and allegedly there was a basketball hoop somewhere, but I never found it. The games in the club did not work very well, but they did work. I did have to be careful to avoid teleporting onto the roof, which I did do a couple times, but other than that, the game seemed mostly functional. Oh, it actually interacts with my hand, I think. Yeah, it does. I'm not grabbing it, but I can like scoop it up. That's kind of cool, actually. Most games don't have that so far. I spent most of my time trying to talk with people or dancing in the club, but no one was much for conversation. Let's do 19. Oh shit! Whoa! Whoa! Dude, am I supposed to? Oh, whoa, wait, whoa, personal space there. Whoa! That was way more intimate than I expected. How about you? Maybe we'll do a different dance style. 19 was too much. Maybe it's like on a scale of insane. So we'll go with 1. Okay, I think I'm keeping up okay. I mean, I probably look stupid as shit right now. But, you know, I'm breaking it down. I think I'm really feeling the vibes with her. Unfortunately, the more I played, the more I realized how shallow the disco experience was. Other than asking dancers for a dance, which were just normal dance moves, there wasn't anything I could do to get anyone in this club to notice me. So I found some less conventional ways to entertain myself. Is that blood on your collar? I'm sorry, what is going on here? This guy, did you just kill someone in the bathroom? That is blood on your collar. That is a lot of blood. Do dance 15. Hey, bartender? I've got bad news. That guy doing dance 15 over there, he just killed someone. You guys really need to handle that. I don't know if you even call the cops or what, but it's bad. That is a lot of blood. I'm just gonna dance the night away. You know what, maybe this isn't my problem. I'm going home. Drink up. Drink up. The killer's getting closer. I need to go. While I would consider Disco Time 80s VR to barely be a game, considering I could hardly do anything except the minigames, it was still my favorite game of today. I liked the music, I liked that I could pick up stuff, I liked that I could walk around, kind of. I mean, what more could you really ask for in a video game? I think my standards have completely fallen off a cliff at this point because I give Disco Time 80s VR a 4 out of 10. With the best game on our list out of the way, I want to direct you to the worst game on our list. This is without a doubt the worst video game I have ever played. When I went into this video, I wasn't expecting to actually find the worst of the worst because that's, you know, pretty much impossible. I think I did it. I don't think there is a worse VR game out there than Inner Child VR. As a matter of fact, this game was so broken that all of my footage from the first time I recorded it just didn't work, so I had to re-record it on my computer, and I used the power of editing to superimpose my reactions to each moment in post. Unlike other games that are designed to entertain, Inner Child VR is a meditative, healing experience. And as we can see here on their Steam page, they've made the bold, creative choice to have no trailer and instead just have 5 static images that get progressively more haunting as they continue. And one of them is just the controls. That don't work, by the way. They really don't work. The idea behind this game is that it's supposed to take you through your subconscious so you can talk to your inner child and heal the trauma that you've been through. Wow, this looks really bad. Oh my God.
To assist you on your journey.
Hey, lady.
This place is right in the center of your heart.
Are you gonna heal my trauma? Wow, this game looks horrible. This is the worst looking one by far. My controls are not working, by the way. I can't really do anything except move forward and look around. And even that seems skeptical at best.
Let's repeat this 3 times.
What the fuck? I need to be at peace with myself.
Exhale slowly.
And find love.
Inhale.
Oh my God, oh my God. Is this, I don't think this is how you're supposed to heal. Where am I? Why am I not in the world? Okay, I'm kind of in the world. What is happening? You may be noticing that this game is also almost entirely AI generated. The voice is obviously AI, and the script sounds like it probably is too. I just want to note, by the way, this game was so broken. I had to restart it probably 10 times to actually get to the ending, because on multiple different occasions, I would either get teleported out of bounds, sequences would just outright not start, there would be tons of errors. Please work. Please work. I'm sure I cut this out. This game has broken so many times in a row already. I have not gotten through this elevator. It's like a 10% chance I get through the elevator. Come on, work. Please work. Yes, 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 yes. Finally, finally, I'm going to heal my inner trauma. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my God.
If you're ready,
Oh my
open
God.
the door and enter.
Oh my God, are you supposed to be my inner child? I need to kill my inner child. You're disgusting.
left alone
What are
like
you
this,
talking
will you
about?
see?
Well, I guess since you're asking, I feel pretty upset about not being able to beat the top finest
I'm
in
sorry you
basketball.
felt scared.
No, that's cool.
Lonely.
Talk over me. No, talk over me. That's fine. No.
In truth,
No, that's cool. You
my
only
name
asked,
seemed
but that's
happy
fine.
omens.
You know, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm being
Those
too harsh.
words were deeply
I'm gonna give it a
engraved in
fair
your
chance.
memories.
Let's hear what it has to say.
Now, let's go back to that painful
What are
memory
you talking
and truly
about?
feel the embarrassment
That's not,
and
I
pain
haven't
you felt at
experienced,
that
you're
time.
making things up right now.
Expressing suppressed
I wasn't like
emotions is the
publicly
beginning of
shamed
healing.
as a kid. Is it just, it's
Shall
just
we
making
allow
things
the
up. I don't know
child
why
to
this is
express
surprising
what they
information
want
to me.
freely?
It is completely making things up.
Child
This is
who has
ridiculous.
stopped
I cannot
crying.
believe it's still talking.
Shall
It's
we
still
gently-
go. Oh, no, actually, no, it's not going anymore because my headset died. I wanted to continue talking to my inner child, but apparently my headset did not. Despite starting this game at around 40% battery and it only taking around 15 minutes to complete, my headset died. Keep in mind that I played every single other game before this on the headset and it took around 70% of the battery. What the fuck is going on? Maybe I downloaded a bit miner or a malware at best. Something is deeply wrong with Inner Child VR. That's all I know. I don't know what they could have possibly put in the game to achieve that, but it's honestly impressive. Truly, I think this is the worst VR game ever made. I don't know what could possibly top that. So Inner Child VR gets a very solid 0 out of 10 from me. What an experience that was. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Bye.